Hello everyone, this is Team 23A2. Today our team is going to share you about the web page we have created on searching techniques. First, let's get to know about the searching techniques. These are used to locate specific items within a collection of data. These searching techniques are two types, linear search and binary search. Linear search is a method for finding an item or an element in a list by checking each element in order until a match is found. It is also known as sequential search. And next one is binary search. It is a method to find a location of a target value in a sorted array. It is also known as half interval search, logarithmic search, or binary chop. Now let's get into the HTML code we have written. It contains doctype HTML tag, which means it is an instruction to the web browser about what version of HTML the page is written in. And now we have HTML tag, and lang is the attribute of this tag. We are heading into the head container. It The head is an element that contains metadata. It contains a meta tag, which means it defines about an HTML document, and in this link is a tag. It defines the relationship between the current document and the external source, and it will connect us to the styles.css. And next, body is a container tag, and it is a fundamental element that contains all the visible content of HTML document. It contains many tags such as div, headers, etc. Div is a container that groups HTML elements together and applies styles to them as a unit. Here H1 is the header, which means select search method will be displayed as a heading. Headers are from H1 to H6 descending order of the size. Here the P is mentioned, which means P is a tag which is used to display the paragraphs. Here we can find H2, which is a header, and here label tag is used, which is used to label or represent a caption for an item in user interface. Choose a search method will be displayed as a label. And now we are having select tag. Select tag is used to create a drop down list. So in this we're having option tag. Option tag is used to define the item of data list for autocomplete specified by the drop down list. So in the drop down list, the elements will be shown such as select a method, linear search, binary search. These will be displayed as the drop down list. And next, we have input tag. Input tag specifies an input field where the user can enter data. So here the input will be given by the user. A button tag is also used. This button tag is used to create a clickable button with a new web page. And search will be the name of the button we are using. So this is the web page. Here, as we discussed, title will be displayed as select search method. And we have seen about the paragraph tag. Here, learn about the two common search techniques will be displayed as a paragraph. Here, linear search and binary search are the headers, and below these headers, the definition of linear search and binary search will be displayed as a paragraph. So, we have seen what a label means. So, here, choose a search method will be displayed as a label, and here a drop down list will be created with select a search method, linear search, and binary search. So, let's select linear search, and the web page will be displayed as like this now. So enter the number of elements is the label, and here we have to enter the desired element, and set an array is a button. So in this button the name will be given as set an array size, and here enter element to search for will be given as label, and after entering the desired element to be searched will be searched. by clicking on the search button, and the result will be displayed at the bottom of the search.
CSS is a style sheet language used to describe the presentation of a document written in HTML. It describes how the element should be rendered on screen, in speech, or another media. Now, coming to the CSS of the project we have done, in global styling in body, we have included two font families. And to remove any default margin, we have set margin property value as 0. In general styling, we have included other properties like padding, display, justify content, align items, hide, background color properties. In the intro section of our web page, we have included a card, and in styling the card, we have used 4 rule sets, and all of them contains general properties. And in card, we have set the box shadow property so as to provide a subtle shadow effect to the card, and we have set the width of the card to 400 pixels. However, the width of the card can be adjusted in smaller devices using max width property. And in styling card heading and paragraph, we have used these properties. And to provide the space below the card, we have used margin bottom property under card content selector. We also have included several form elements in our web page, and in styling those form elements, these are the properties we have used. And in array inputs, we have used margin top property so as to provide the space above the form elements, and it uses grid as a display. And we have fixed minimum and maximum width of the columns using grid template column property, and we also have provided space between two columns using gap property. And it also takes font size to 13 pixels. Select is similar to input. The only difference is it also includes font size. And in styling the buttons of our web page, we have used these two things. And in styling the border of the button, we have used border style to none, and also border radius to 4 pixels so as to get the curviness around the corners. And we have set the cursor to pointer. Here using highlight and result.error, we have styled the highlight messages and result messages in our web page. In result, the color of the text is set to this shade so as to display the normal results. If the result is errored, then the color of the font is of another shade.
Hello everyone, this is Harshita. So this JavaScript code creates a simple web-based application that allows user to enter a list of numbers and search for a specific number within that list. So it uses a linear search and binary search algorithm to find the number and provides feedback on whether it was found or not. So the first function is set search type. So the code defines a function that updates the search method displayed on web page. It gets the user selection, changes the title accordingly to either linear search or binary search, and hides the intersection and shows the search section. So the purpose of this function is designed to respond to user input when they select a search method from a drop-down menu. This function dynamically updates the page based on user's choice, enhancing usability and clarity. And the another function is creating input fields. So the purpose of this function is to generate the number input fields based on user input. So it retrieves the number of elements the user want to input from a field with the ID num elements. It clears any existing input field and resets the result area. If the number is positive, it creates that many input fields dynamically, labeling them as element 1, element 2, etc. So the another function is to perform the search. So this function handles the searching of specified numbers in the list of inputs. So it gathers all the input fields that contains numbers. It reads the number that user want to search for from another input field. It creates an array by pushing the values from each input field into it while also removing any previous highlights. So then it calls the linear search function to find the index of the target number. Depending on whether the number is found or not, it updates the result display and highlights the input field if the number was located. And the final function is a linear search function. So this function implements the linear search algorithm to find the target number in the array. So it works by looping through each element in the provided array. If it finds an element that matches the target number, it returns the index of that element. If it goes through the entire array without finding a match, it returns -1, indicating that the target is not present. So this code allows user to create a dynamic list of numbers and search through them efficiently using a straightforward linear search method. The user experience is enhanced with clear feedback about whether the search was successful and by visually highlighting the found number.
Now, if user selects the binary search, this function checks if the input array is sorted or not. If it is not sorted, it gives a caution that the element should be in sorted order for binary search. If the key element is found at certain position, this part of the code will be executed and it displays the position of the key element, or else it shows the error message printing that the element is not found in the array. If user selects the linear search, this part of the code will be executed. If user selects the binary search, this part of the code will be executed. Now let us see the output. Now this is the output for our search methods. It is asking the user to select any one of the search method. If we choose the linear search method, it is asking the number of elements. It is to set an array size. Now it is asking to enter the elements. Now it is asking the element to search. The element 20 is found at index 1. And if we choose the binary search, it is asking the size. Now the elements are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 7. Now if we enter the element to search, it is showing a caution that the element should be in a sorted order for binary search. So the elements are not in a sorted order. Now the element 20 is found at index 1. So this is our search techniques web page. Thank you.